Hello, hello. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Hello. All right. It's going to be one of those crowds. My name's Joey, and I'm married to a Brazilian. Woo! You're obviously not married to a Brazilian. When we first got together, my friends all said the stupidest shit, like, does she play soccer? Does she do jujitsu? Does she have a Brazilian? It's the dumbest thing I ever heard. Of course she has a Brazilian. They call it a Brazilian for a reason. I think that explains the deforestation in the Amazon. Bear with me. The planet's a woman, right? It's Mother Earth. That means the rainforest is her bush. It makes perfect sense that the country that inspired the official name for having a bald beaver would try to give her one. Aside from bald beavers, Brazil is also known for beautiful beaches. And on those beautiful beaches, there are beautiful women. And they're wearing thongs. And you know who else is wearing a thong? Everybody. Bus drivers, lunch ladies, grandmas and grandpas. And I didn't even know Depends made thongs, but apparently they do, because there goes grandma strolling along with her bald beaver while grandpa's rocking that rainforest bush like he was George of the Jungle. Come on, Gramps, don't they do boy-zillions? No, like seriously, can somebody call an elite squad of expert Brazilian bushwhackers to come do some manscaping on Tarzan? Grandpa's rainforest is in desperate need of some deforestation. When my wife and I got married, one of my buddies told me, bro, you won the wife lottery. Like, what, is a guy gonna show up with a check? Congratulations, you're a Brazilianaire! That was bad, huh? You know, it was like, oh, God. But I did luck out with my wife. But in this day and age, it can be embarrassing being married to a woman from another country. Like when she beats me in Scrabble. I said it's embarrassing when my wife from another country beats me in Scrabble. And English isn't even her second language. It's her fifth. And I lose to her in Scrabble. But there's a simple explanation for this, folks. You see, I'm what they would refer to in the intellectual circles as dumb. This cupcake right here, all frosting, folks. When we play Scrabble, my wife likes to use really big words. I'm not smart enough to know if they're real. I'm also not dumb enough to ask. And I keep it simple. Like, I like those 2-3-letter words like if, are, on, are. I don't know all the 2-3-letter words. But come on, let's be honest. With a name like Joey, you really think I'm good at Scrabble? Nobody picks Joey to win the spelling bee. Because you never meet a smart Joey. Like, seriously, think about this. Joey from Friends, Joey from Full House, Joey Buttafuoco, Joey Bag of Donuts. Joeys aren't exactly churning out brain scientists. Now, don't worry about me. I'm not helmet dumb. It's not like somebody forgot to lock my cage and I got out. No, I'm just not the brightest kid on the cake. But I'm clever. And sometimes being clever can get you into trouble. My wife's dad doesn't speak English. The first time we met, I thought I'd be clever. I translated. I'm excited to meet you. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Joey. Things don't always translate the same in other languages. In Brazilian Portuguese, excited literally translates to mean horny. And introduce is translated to mean insert. Go ahead and do the math on that, folks. I told her dad I was horny and I wanted to insert myself in him. He thought his son was a better match for me. But despite embarrassing myself in front of her dad and getting her brother's hopes up, things went great, and when I knew I wanted to marry my girl, I would have to do the right thing. I gotta ask her dad permission. Remember, he doesn't speak English. And I think he's still a little pissed I turned down his son. So, to win him over, I decided I was gonna learn to speak Portuguese. First thing I learned is that nouns have a gender. They have a sex. They literally went to all the words and were like, you're a boy, you're a girl, you're a boy, you're a girl, you're a boy, you're a girl, in case you were questioning. How is the LGBTQ community not losing their shit about this? There aren't allowed to be any transgender words? A word can't question whether it's a girl noun trapped in the body of a boy word? What about the word flute? Flute is feminine. But how do you know after all those years of getting blown, flute's not starting to identify as masculine? And that's the hardest part about the whole gender thing, is the gender assigned doesn't make sense. Like take the word key, for example. Key. Key is feminine. How the heck is key feminine? It's long and hard and you stick it in a hole. If you move it right, you get to come inside. But I think I figured out who started the whole nouns have gender thing. I think it was an old married couple and the husband was in the doghouse. Because words like problem, mistake, and error are all masculine. But solution, idea, intelligent is feminine. Right is feminine, wrong is masculine. Truth and reason, feminine. Dummy, or as my wife says, Joey, masculine. But if we pay attention to which word was assigned which gender, I think we can learn about this couple. Like, we know the wife was an educated woman because art, science, and math are all feminine. And, well, we know exactly what kind of guy the husband is because remote control, football, burp, and fart are masculine. Go Bears! He's that guy. We know the wife handles the money, and she wears the pants in the relationship because pants and finances are feminine. War and guns are feminine, and that kind of threw me for a loop, but then I figured that's probably just the wife's way of letting her husband know not to fuck with her. One thing I couldn't figure out is you got this brilliant woman, right? She's educated, she's great with money, she's fierce. And she's married to that guy. Football, fart, Raiders. How does that guy get this girl? Then I learned sex is masculine. So when learning a new language, you gotta memorize vocabulary. But some words can be uncomfortable to say, like the Portuguese word for knife. It's spelt F-A-C-A. But it's pronounced fucka. How the fucka am I supposed to ask my mother-in-law to pass me a knife? And why does their son keep asking me if I want a fucka? Get the fucka out of here. In America, we have the joke that spooning leads to forking. I guess in Brazil, it leads to fucking. To help me with my vocabulary, I like to imagine a funny picture, a scene, that reminds me of the word I'm trying to remember. So for the Portuguese word for monkey, for instance, it's macaco. So to help me remember macaco, I imagine a cute little monkey waving to me. So I wave back, hi monkey. And then this little asshole runs up and he grabs me in my junk. So I yell at him, ah, monkey, let macaco. And in case you're wondering, macaco's masculine. One of the hardest things to master when learning a new language are idioms. Not idiots, which I think I have mastered, thank you very much. No, idioms are those sayings that make no literal sense, but we all know what they mean. Like, kick the bucket or piece of cake. Even my wife, who's brilliant, She went to college in Brazil, college in America. She speaks 5 languages. Even she struggles with idioms and idiots. Sometimes she just doesn't know what they mean. Like when I tell her, baby, come on, don't beat around the bush. She tells me, I'm Brazilian, I don't have a bush. Sometimes she uses them right, but in the wrong context. Like the other day, she says, baby, you know Jim and Barb from 2 doors down? Word on the street is they're getting a pool. Word on the street? Who you hanging out with, Snoop Dogg? All right, then tell me more. What's the haps and the craps, playa? Sometimes she uses them wrong and it's adorable. Like when she's frustrated, she says, I'm not here to wait on you hands and knees. Rawr, I wish you were. You wouldn't wait long and I definitely wouldn't beat around the bush. Play your cards right, I'll even bring macaco. But seriously, my wife is brilliant. She's great with money, she's amazing, she's intelligent. And me, kind of a big dumb meathead. I'm like a distant cousin to the 3rd guy from the left on the evolutionary chart. Sometimes I wonder, how am I going to keep a girl like this? And then I remember the most important lesson I've learned while studying Portuguese. Sex is masculine. Thank you guys very much. Awesome crowd. I'm Joey. You guys are awesome. Have a wonderful evening.